Alright, we're going to start with a headlight restoration. I would recommend for the first headlight to be smooth like this one. This is a ES 330, so it's got smooth headlight with no grooves or protrusions like an RX 2010 to 2015 body style. Those headlights are kind of a pain, but you can do it on any headlight. But for a first headlight, I would recommend one that's smooth like this one. Like I said, doesn't have any grooves or anything. So we haven't done this one yet, but we have done this one on the other side. You can see what it will look like when you're done. So we're gonna show you here. We've got 320 grit, 500, 800, 1200, 1500, and 3000. So we're gonna tape up the headlight just like it is here. We use the blue painter's tape first because it will protect the paint that's on the bumper and the hood and the fender and all that. But then we go over it with a black duct tape, so the sander will not go through the blue painter's tape. So we'll tape it up kind of just like this. Okay, we're going to start with the orbital sander. We're going to start with 320, and we're not going to put any water on it yet. So we'll do this first one dry. That's to get through the first layer of the oxidation. So I usually spend about 5 minutes with the 320, and that's to make sure that we get through that first layer. So I don't know if you can see here, we've got yellow. The yellow flakes are basically the oxidation level that's coming off. So you'll know when the oxidation is all gone, when these flakes stop being yellow and they turn more of a white color. Okay. After you've sanded the headlight with the 320, now what you want to do is go over all the edges with a ScotchBrite Pad. This helps to sand down the spots that the sander can't get to. So we'll start by just getting the edges as best you can. Doesn't take a lot of effort. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna rinse the headlight off just with some water. It's perfectly fine. We're gonna wipe it down. And what we're looking for is shiny spots. So once the water dries, we'll look for shiny spots, mainly along the edges, and that's why we use the ScotchBrite Pad in the previous step. But we're looking for shiny spots, and right now I do not see any. I do see one spot. So what we'll do, there. Okay. So now we're going to repeat the same thing, but now we're going to move up to the 500 grit paper. Okay, so now we're gonna rinse the headlight off again. Just wipe it off to get all that dust off. And you can already kind of see that all the yellow has started to disappear. So now we're gonna wet the headlight down, and now we're gonna start wet sanding. And we'll start wet sanding with 800 grit. Alright, so we're gonna start with the wet sanding with the what is this, 1200 grit. Alright, we're going to start with the 1500. Let's just smooth out. Alright, last step with the sandpaper, we're going to do the 3000 grit. take the tape off. And then we're gonna wipe down the headlight. Okay, we're gonna spray it down once with water. And we're gonna blow dry it just to make sure all the loose water droplets are off and all the cracks and stuff. So we'll do that, but that's kind of annoying on camera. All right, now we're gonna wipe it down with a little bit of alcohol. Looks like this. As you can see, it's already starting to get pretty clean. We have one more step to do though. Alright, we're going to take our headlight solution here, pour in a couple ounces. That's probably a good amount right there. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. Alright, so after you plug your little cup in, it takes about, I don't know, minute and a half for it to really warm up. You'll know when it starts to warm up when you hold up the cup to the headlight, and it'll start to trickle out. What you're looking for is the vapor. All right, we're good. It's about time for this thing to start. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but you don't need to get too close with the tip of this thing. Probably about an inch. It's best to kind of work it in sections. One thing you want to watch out for is try not to angle the cup too much, because you could potentially drip the fluid onto the headlight, and